Okay, more IRS stuff. First, let me apologise for the noise in the background. It's too fucking hot at the moment for me not to have that on, even though I'm recording. I turn it off for 2 minutes and I'm sweating like a pig. This is just something I like to do. Do understand that this is not how it's all going to stay. I like to put the shaft in here and the sleeves and then pump some grease in. I've already greased the bearings with my fingers, but I like to do, if I can get the fucking thing on there, there's an adapter I think I can get that will give me a quick release. So let's see how this goes. I just want to pump some grease in there and try and get it into the bearings. Okay, it's coming out of both sides. I do that a lot, but apparently I shouldn't. It's a joke. Alright, let's pump it in again. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Now give me a second and I'll show you that. Because I know you're dying to see what it looks like when it comes out. Now I know this is messy. I appreciate that. But there you go. See, you pump the grease in and look at that. Look how it's come out. That's absolutely cool. That's exactly what you want. Same on this side. Same on the other one. That's it. You got to get that grease coming out. And now I'm going to take this out of here and then we'll start assembling. Okay. In this disgusting mess that looks like strawberry jam are the seals. Well, the felt washers, seals. I warmed up the grease and soaked them as best I could to try and get as much in as I can so that these aren't dry. You don't want to put them in dry. And, you know, I'll smear them in a bit more and try and get it in there. You might, and I don't know if this would work, be able to put this in the wife's double broiler, make the grease become a liquid and get it to soak in better. Is that really necessary? It depends how quick you want your divorce, I guess. So I've just worked them in there, worked it in with my fingers and tried to get some grease in there. All right, so now what we need to do is assemble the rest of it in the hub carrier. So let's go to that. Give me a second. All right, my lovelies, you are now a strap-on. Yes, and I know you've always wanted to be one, but it's easier than setting up the tripod because why does that happen every fucking time I start a video? Yes, I could turn it off, but I can't. I have customers. Right, let's rewind. My lovelies. Oh, bonus points here. Who said, all right, my lovelies? What was his other catchphrases? Oh dear, how sad, never mind. If you can name, the TV series and the sergeant, I'll give you a clue there, that used to say that. Unfortunately, no longer with us. But, well, that's to be expected. I'm an old fart and they were series that I watched when I was a young boy. Give me 1 second, I'm going to turn that fucking phone off. Right. After we were so rudely interrupted, it's time to put the brake pads in here. Now, normally you would do this before you put all this shit on here, but I didn't have the pads. So, let's try and wiggle them on. Sometimes you need a little bit of assistance. Make sure you get the right ones in the right place on the right side. Now they should Should just slide on, but of course it's going to give me grief because I'm videoing. Oh, look at that, there she goes. And don't forget, you've got to get, yeah, as you saw I previously didn't, you've got to get the angle right here, this angle piece, okay? Because of the shape and the way the rotor is. I'm just going to let me tap it on, or is it going to tell me to tap off? It's telling me to tap off. So let me see if I can spin that around. There you go, look at that. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so now they're on. All you need to do is tighten up your nuts. What is it? Let me see. It's an 8 millimeter. I hate millimeters, as I know you have gathered. So let's get these cranked up. You need these done before. Go on, you want me to finish the sentence, don't you? Before you turn this. Okay, hopefully you're seeing this. Actually, let me see if I can, as my wife would like, find a little extension. No, I think she'd rather I found a big extension. God, how many inches does this woman want? I've got 2. Gosh, those were the days when I had a lot more. Okay, so tighten up your nuts, pinch them up. Now, the one there is going to be a little more trickery because it's hard to get to. You might want to fast forward through this. Not quite sure how it's going to go. You can't see what I can see. You can't see what I can see. Do-da, do-da. Let me tighten this up and I'll be back. Now, as you can see, the pads are not near the rotor. So let's just turn this screw up a bit. And we need to get them close. Really fucking close. In fact, almost touching. Now, you could do it just by pulling the handbrake lever here, but that would only apply if you had this pin in, which I don't. So now let me screw this up. Now, do understand that when you get this set, when the car is used, you will burn off a little material on the pads, so you're going to expect that. These are not the most, what should we say, precise. I'm just trying to pull that other one in a bit because you're fighting against that thing over there. Now that, I believe, okay, so this side is a gnat's cock away. This one is away at the top, but it's touching at the bottom, and that will wear and set itself up correctly. You hear it clicking? All right, now what we need to do is get this screw here, sorry, excuse fingers, and line it up so that you can put the split pin in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, and with split pins, look out, they're sharp. Hey, I'm working in the garage. Of course I got cut. Now let me split my stick pin in. Put some hair around it, stick it in the hole. And I like to keep it this way, keep it out of the way of things. Just bend it back and leave it. Now, we're set. Okay, that is that bit done. Next is to get these shields on. I've now got the Jubilee clips, the hose clips, clamps, whatever you want to call it, the Trinky Winky Dinkies, and need to get that on there, making sure that you do line it up. Hang on a second, let me show you. See, grease nipple. So you want to make sure you line that up like that, then put the clamp on. Okay, and got to do the same here. Grease nipple is there, so got to get my little plastic cap lined up there. What I will do, give me a second here, is I'm just going to pull this plug out. Yes, I'm just going to pull it out. It's just going to come out, just like that. Oh, just like that, Mr. Tommy Cooper. Ah, okay, there you go. So now I can line it up and go, okay, that's good. Clamp it there. So let me get the clamp and we'll get that done. Okay, and those of you that laugh at me because I call them Jubilee clips, that's because those are the fuckers that make them. Somewhere on here, oh, you probably can't even read it. You might be able to. Jubilee. And these are made in the UC. And part number CS101X from Snug Barrett. And what you do have to do, it's the only way to do it, is undo it completely. Yes, keep an eye on me. I'll show you how to do one side. I'm going to show you how to do it all. Christ, if you can't copy from one side to the other, then what the hell are you doing? And pull it apart, slip it over without scratching shit, put it on there and start screwing. Nothing like screwing a Jubilee or her mum. Ooh! Ooh, did I say that out loud? Ooh! Ooh, you are bold. Those of you that are watching this thinking what a disgusting young man I am, hard to believe next month I will reach the ripe old age of 70. I can't believe I am that old. I sure as hell don't feel it. Well, if you feel me, you might think, that's a 70-year-old man. I don't feel it. I don't think it. Mentally, whoa. Well, apart from my 12-year-old brain, I've stuck around 30-ish. It's very strange when you get old. And I think I've mentioned this before, but ladies, girls, when you see an old person look at you lustfully, do understand that whilst their body is ancient, their mind isn't. It's just, well, if you believe in God, it's his wicked sense of humour. I don't believe in the motherfucker. All right, look at that. That is fucking gorgeous. And hopefully you can see in there is my nipple. And now I can happily pop this in and know I am as complete as I can get here. It doesn't go all the way over everything. It just protects it a little bit. It's pushed as far as it'll push. It's just the way it's designed. I will now do the same here on this one, but the nipple's on the other side. Nipple. And there he goes. So I will now line that up, do that, and there's a little bit of grease there that I'm going to deal with. I like to deal with a little bit of grease, and I need to make something better to support these shafts because I've got the other pieces to put on here. That didn't come with the come on, cover, but it doesn't matter. These are not staying, so it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about it. But you know, I tried to do a little frame here, and I must admit it was not very successful. But hey, you know, you got to try things, you know, you got to try shit. So now I need to make something a little more sturdy. I've got another one of these to build, so I need to make something sturdier to hold these enormously weighty IRSs. We're getting there. Oh, and I got to finish this off, of course, and then put the other one on there. But I want to sort that out first, because I need to make sure it's supported strongly and it's balanced very precariously, as you can see on my ramp here. You know, one little movement and wow, that fucker's off and on the floor, and I'm dead, or broken leg, or best scenario, I owe the guy a new IRS. Don't want to go down any of those roads. Yeah, look, this is pulling out. This is it's pathetic. So that's got to come off. I'll have to figure something out. Maybe I can get a, I don't know, piece of steel there or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I think that's it for today. I've zinc coated these. He's not going to use them, but I figure he can do what he wants with them. You know, it's little shit like that that I do that I'm happy with, and I hope the customer appreciates, even though, as I said, he's not going to use those bolts. Maybe he can put them on eBay and sell them. You know, zinc plated IRS bolts, and some Jaguar person will buy them, and that means the enormous amount of money he's going to give me, he can get a few dollars back. All right, yeah, let's get on with the rest of this, which you don't need to see because you've just seen me do what I need to do. A reminder, I painted all of these. Didn't need to, but they're protected now. It's just, you know, one of those things. I'm not going to put the brake pipes on. I'm not sure how he's going to have the setup in his hot rod, so I don't want to do some brake pipes and then he goes, oh well, actually we don't need that because we're going to do this and we're going to do that. So that's where we're going with that. Then I'm going to move on to a second IRS, but I'm not going to repeat showing you guys it. I will show you me completing this one though, because next is putting on the oh dear, no, oh Christ, I've done it again. I've forgotten the name. Oh, Dave in Austria is gonna kill me. I can't remember the name. I keep calling it the H-frame and it's not. He told me what it was and now I've forgotten. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to write it 100 times now because he'll make me sit in the corner until I do. Oh Dave, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know what you were looking at there. I think maybe you were looking at the Mark II, but there you go. All right, guys, gals, boys, girls. Oh, I love you girls. You know, like, comment, subscribe, ding the dong, and you'll get notified when I put another video out. And get out in that garage and do some shit. Oh, one quick thing. See my flag? My American flag? I lost one in the last storm. It ended up in my neighbour's garden, but they didn't know it was mine. But they did later say, hey Gary, did you lose your flag? Well, I've lost a lot of things in my life, my virginity, etc. Well, I didn't actually lose it, I kind of threw it away. But I told him to keep the flag, bought myself a new one. That's a big ass flag too. I'm proud to be an American citizen. I can't be any more American than I am, unfortunately. And of course we have Mr. Biden in charge, which makes me embarrassed, but maybe we'll get Donald back in and sort things out.